while since it feels really off.
I don't know. I think it feels perfectly
Not
fine, 'cause
really.
it's pretty much consistent with the rest of the entire series.
Because a lot of games, like Half-Life 2, Gordon doesn't talk, but everyone else does. Works there.
The problem with those games is that it's from a first person's perspective, so it's easier to get into that. Because they're not speaking to the character, they're speaking directly to you. But in a third-person game, it doesn't really tend to work for me. Especially because they're not speaking directly to the character. They're more or less speaking directly to the character and not to the player.
What about something like Shin Megami Tensei, where it's very clear the character is speaking, there's just no vocals?
Yeah.
They did put vocals in the remake.
Where you have a text box where you have like a text box saying you explain this to da da da.
I mean, Koto or Revan doesn't speak.
Well, he does.
He does, technically.
Dialogue.
Well, no, so you choose dialogue, but you don't ever hear his voice.
Yeah, because if he did speak, it actually give one more clue as to who he actually is.
Right.
I mean, they could have made him speak in gameplay. I mean, he actually does speak in gameplay.
Oh yeah, he does like talk.
That hurt a bit. But anyway, here's for my little rant about Nintendo having their characters voiced. Essentially, to me, I find the whole "oh, it didn't work one time, let's never do it again" kind of thing kind of really stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
oh, you mean
well,
the
it wasn't
Super
just
Mario
one
Sunshine
time.
Event?
I mean, to be fair, it really wasn't just one time. It was across multiple different shows. There was the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, the live-action Mario movie, Hotel Mario. So I guess it was like a string of failures. But yeah, it's been like 25 years since all of those, so I think they should give it a go again. And
like, for example, you had the perfect voice actor for Samus, but you never but she actually recorded lines, but you didn't allow her to speak. Yes, I will. Yes, I will simp for Jennifer Hale.
Saucy,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that adult Link would be voiced by dudes, and child Link would be usually voiced by women.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a common thing for women to voice younger children because they can mimic those
because of
voices.
pitch. It wouldn't really doesn't quite make sense for adults unless they're like. Unless it fits the personality, I suppose.
I guess if we go for something.
And yes, I will. I will simp for Jennifer Hale as Samus for the rest of my fucking life if I need to.
No, something isn't good.
Well, here's the thing: the dialogue actually is good, and it's perfect casting for Samus. Because, do I have to get the fucking clip again like every single time?
No.
That isn't good.
It's like, Christ, do I have to get that her opening narration, that cut narration from Metroid Prime every single fucking time? People are like.
Also, you guys hear about the news about the voice acting for the Mario movie since we're talking about it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone's heard.
Yeah, the choices for them are just.
I unironically think Jack Black as Bowser could work, but Chris Pratt as Mario, I doubt it.
Don't forget Seth Rogen as fucking Donkey Kong.
Oh god.
Oh my
weed.
Now all I'm gonna think of. Now with Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, all I'm gonna think of is Donkey Kong having a cocaine injected banana, eating a cocaine injected banana.
Just smoking weed. He's constantly high in the movie.
Just go back.
Yo, Mario, you gotta try out this fat dub. I just.
Hey, Mario, I got this cannabis company. You should try some of the weed from there soon.
Look, guys.
Did you look it up? I think
Donkey
Seth
Kong
Rogen actually has a weed company.
Donkey Kong.
Hot take coming in. I think Seth Rogen can do a good job of Donkey Kong, because I think he's a good voice actor.
I think it's possibly I think it's possible he can.
If he's got a
the
good
casting for Luigi,
he can do it.
The casting for Luigi is hilarious.
Charlie Day.
don't know what is.
Yep.
I don't.
What is Seth
Okay,
Rogen?
I
I'm
believe
not
it's
familiar with
Monday.
Johnny Dave, so you guys gotta fill me in on that.
Aw, Chucky
No, Charlie
and
Day.
Bobby.
Yeah, Charlie Dave.
Oh,
you
that's
gotta inform me
you
on
are
that.
missing two very notable examples. It seems there's Ash Ketchum and Gohan as a kid. Those were both voiced by girls as well. Strangely
Yeah.
enough,
Did we-
strangely enough, Japanese Goku's Japanese voice actor has always been an old lady as well.
Yeah,
Didn't we
fits
move
it
on?
fits
She's
the
like- yeah,
personality.
she's like-
From that?
She's also like 90 years old as well.
Hmm.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice.
So she's like gotta be a trooper here.
I mean, she even.
I mean,
voice acted
let's
the
be
recent,
honest. The
Star Wars
true
anime.
Iron. I mean, let's be honest here. The true Iron Lungs voice actor in Japanese media is the Japanese actress for Aqua and Konosuba. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, her or like pretty much everybody in the cast of Konosuba is fantastic.
Literally made of iron lungs.
Yeah.
Wait, are they like really old or like the voices?
No, it's
not
just
old,
it's just the amount of screaming the characters do in Konosuba.
Well,
You'd think the voice actors would probably need a lung replacement by this point.
Well, it's not just the screaming. It's like it's just like you can get so much out of the tone of their voice. Like they shift from like being really loud and abrasive to something like really quiet and very serious,
Dude.
or maybe like some kind of devious. Especially Kazuma in particular, his voice actor switches on a dime. He's really got very range.
Kazu Masako Nozawa, Goku's voice actress, she's 84 years old. The fact that she can still pull
Holy
off a voice
crap.
she did more than 30 years ago, insane.
Also, guys, since we're talking about voices, so yesterday, me and my mom were like at we were driving at the drive-through of McDonald's,
Yes.
and basically we were calling my grandmother, and I was having the phone up to my ear, and she didn't check the phone number, so she forgot to check the phone number. I put on this voice saying, "Hello, this is the Conservative Party of Canada." and she didn't
Even
didn't
I'd
know it was
smack
me.
your ass for that.
What the fuck?
She didn't know it was me.
Nice.
And she hung up.
and it was just so fun. And my mom and I were laughing and then I told her, "Hey, Grab, it's me."
Yes.
Yeah.
I now work
And
for
my
the
grandma
If
said-
I was your grandparent, I would have smacked your ass.
Yeah. It's true. Dude, voice actors are unironically underappreciated, honestly.
Yeah.
Compared to like real actors, they
even
don't get
ironically.
anywhere near.
It's not even unironically or ironically. They're very underappreciated.
True.
Yeah.
It sucks as well because for
Like-
whatever reason they just never get the same respect, even though their job is just as hard. Or it can be just as hard because the talent required for voice acting is quite immense.
Well, yeah,
I mean, you do get some people who can do both. You know, Mark Hamill. He is a brilliant voice actor and a brilliant live action actor.
Mhm.
You know, just because he's just really good at that shit. But
Yeah,
not everyone
But
can be
then
Mark Hamill.
really know how to emote.
But then you have some people who are good actors in live action, but not great at voice acting.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these
I
times
wonder-
they hire live action celebrities to do voice acting, even if they're
Yeah.
not good voice actors.
I wonder how much of it is because the voice director doesn't know how to use them.
Wait,
Oh,
what are we
range,
talking?
you mean?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Voice acting versus
Voice
live
acting,
action acting.
Well, I figured like maybe a specific property.
Okay. No, I'm saying because well, I mean, sometimes yes, they just hire them for their star power and not their voice. So sometimes they'll just be like, hey, let's get whatever actor. They're very famous, and then when they get them in the booth, they're like, oh yeah, shit, this person doesn't really have a good voice. What are we gonna do now?
Or at least they don't really know how to. They don't really have all the
Auto-tune the fuck out of them.
That is a thing.
Auto-tune.
I mean, they did it with
Emma Watson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
live
that's what I was
action
thinking.
Beauty and the Beast. She's
Oh
her
my-
pitch
oh,
is
no.
perfect, and that is a problem.
Every time, okay, I literally every time you bring up Emma Watson and Beauty and the Beast and auto-tune, I always think of that Nostalgia Critic clip with that Bob's Burgers thing going.
Yeah. You know, honestly, it's like the live action Disney movies are kind of in that group of things that are so popular, yet I want to die so desperately. Another one is like 2010's young adult novels, like fucking
Do you know
well,
what makes me
Twilight
scared?
and such.
Do you know what makes me scared? I've seen some articles here and there that there are plans to do a live action Treasure Planet.
No.
Oh no,
thing.
no.
Treasure Planet.
Give me the fucking rope. Give me the fucking rope, and I'll do it myself.
No.
Treasure Planet is my
No.
Beat you to
favorite-
it. Give me the shotgun. Damn it.
Treasure Planet
I-
is my
I-
favorite animated film. It is
Don't worry,
fucking
Mythic.
really
I'll
voice
look.
acting.
Don't
God damn it.
I'm helping you. Damn it.
Mythic. Don't worry.
We'll go-
I'll load up the 700 nitro with 2 bullets.
Blank, you were about to say
We're
something.
gonna
sorry.
fucking storm Disney HQ.
Yeah.
I don't actually. I don't. I
Enough
don't
is
need to
enough, for
storm.
God's sake.
I don't need to storm. I just load up the 700 nitro, hit him through the fucking wall.
Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like Disney. Sorry, Treasure Planet is my favorite animated film of all time. It has amazing animation with its brilliant mix of 3D, 2D, deep matte, and CG animation. It is visually a beautiful thing to look at. And the
Yes.
voice acting is unbelievable. Long John
It's
Silver's
good.
voice actor is amazing, and I wish he was in more things.
Mhm.
So, the idea that Disney will redo it fucking terrifies me. And it's going to be mostly animated anyway, because they're not going to fucking do, props and like physical set design because they're too fucking lazy. So it's going to be like live action Lion King, where it's actually just all animation anyway.
And Treasure Planet was a.
I'm just
was a
gonna say
passion
this
project.
that thinking of Long John Silver, I'm just gonna say this. He actually kind of reminds me of like my mother and grandmother. Not gonna lie, like he sounds like them. No, he sounds he the accent
She
he puts
sounds
on
like
sounds-
them.
Huh?
Wouldn't it be more accurate?
Okay,
just
what I
say-
mean is she talks like this. Oh well, hello there.
That's
She
the
talk-
tone.
Aww.
Yeah,
So-
and she sound like she's very
Oh,
like she doesn't sound like a man. No, she sounds like an old woman, but she has she's from Canada as well. She sounds
She has an
like a
accent.
This speaks with an accent.
very
yeah, say
heavy,
that.
somewhat Irish-like accent.
I love.
Also, I
Long John
believe
Silver's
I believe Van Durgan was about to say something. By
Yes,
the way.
man.
I completely forgot what it was. I got sidetracked off of the
No!
attempt to describe
Sorry.
it.
Oh fuck.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I was going to say that, like, Long John Silver's parting lines to Jim, where he says, "You've got the making of greatness in you." Man, that fucking line hits me every time when I watch the movie because it's so genuine, and it's.
I mean, if
acted very
they,
well.
I mean, if they ever
everything
remake my.
Words
Anyway, if they ever remake my favorite film of all time, I am literally gonna be my favorite animated film of all time. I'm just gonna give me the gun and I'll put myself in the grave.
What is it?
I-
Land Before Time? Is that what it is?
Yeah. The original
What?
Land Before Time. The original Land Before Time.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was
I've never heard that
good.
as an answer.
I grew up on that,
That
movie.
yeah,
By
it
Don
was
Bluth.
good.
By Don
I
Bluth.
mean,
It's
I
I
like that
especially
they were
to-
willing
a
it's-
couple months ago.
I mean, I
It's
like that they
especially
were
to-
willing to take
It's
risks
especially-
and have the characters fight this fucking gigantic, monstrous character design T-Rex as opposed to
Man,
them
it's going to be
versus
so
the
expensive
studios.
with all that CGI.
Wait, they're remaking it?
The thing is,
If they are.
if
Oh,
they ever
oh,
if
please
they ever
no.
remake that film, just put me in the fucking grave.
They would
Man,
have
that
to.
scene-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
But
that
but here's the
scene when
problem.
That scene when
But here's
Littlefoot
the pr-
sees the shadow. It's so tragic because it's like, mom, and then you want to.
But here's the problem. You'd never be able to remake that film properly because, one of the
Ducky.
yeah.
You would have to dedicate the whole film to her. Like, she
Wait.
died tragically.
Emperor, you're telling me that you weren't already driven to suicide by the literal 12 direct-to-DVD sequels, or direct-to-video, to The Land Before
They
Time?
weren't that bad? Question mark.
Trust me, there's
Essentially,
essentially sequel series that exist. Alpha and Omega, I'm looking at you, and Swan Princess.
I mean, I remember some of these sequels to Land Before Time being pretty good, but then there are some that are just terrible.
Essentially, once they changed the animation style.
Yeah, that's pretty much where it all started to go downhill. Because while they were also,
I think that's about like,
and like, well, I think everything past the, I want to say like maybe everything past 2003-ish, 2000, or just plain old 2000. Like the late 90s Land Before Time's films were actually pretty good. Then everything else was like, eh. Finding the one I remember really liking is finding out that Kiefer Sutherland voices Littlefoot's dad.
Aww.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting thing because now Bambi and now
but who's Keith Sutherland?
Jack
You can-
Bauer.
he also voiced Bambi's dad, which is kind of hilarious to think about.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on. What wasn't that?
Ooh.
Littlefoot's grandpa?
Kiefer
seen this
Sutherland
other
voices Littlefoot's dad Braun and Bambi's dad from Bambi 2, which is something hilarious to think about.
Say,
Oh, that's right.
you
It's
want me
one
to
of the
tell you
sequel
something real
movies
quick?
with his father.
so fucking Ellis Mark, yeah, that's his name. Well, he did a fucking Disney movie ranking, and one of his things is that he really does not like anthology stuff at all. So, well, he ended up ranking the first Fantasia below Chicken Little, fun fact,
What?
at near the bottom.
That is dumb.
What?
That is dumb.
If you look at my list here, I have Fantasia as number 10.
What the
Top 10
fuck?
favorite
Why?
movie.
Fantasia is amazing. I will say this. Fantasia's good. That's a
The original is
Transformers
amazing.
1986. Oh, that's friggin' awesome.
Hey, wait, Sky, you said
Yes.
Bambi 2 that the Great Prince was voiced by Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah.
No, it's Patrick Stewart.
Oh, that's
Wait
even
a minute.
better.
Patrick
Wait a
Stewart.
I
minute.
understand why he was like, wait a minute, hold up, I know that voice. Like, that's not Kiefer Sutherland, it's too British.
I know that guy.
That's not Kiefer Sutherland, it's too British.
Also,
Okay,
it's just
I'm just
like,
gonna-
no, I just remember Sutherland has like, no, that's not quite his range. It is within that range, but it's not quite it. It's like, that's Stewart.
Who's the voice I heard from beyond the pond?
Okay, I know this is a bit irrelevant to the topic, but since Transformers
Do not bring
1986
a subject that is irrelevant to a current topic into conversation, because we will make
Sorry.
fun of you for it.
But since Transformers 1986 is in Atharudal's like top 10, we gotta talk about the scene from like the transformation scene. That is a piece of animation gold.
I haven't seen the
Because
movie.
I haven't seen it either.
Wait,
the,
didn't the
the
Oh.
transformation scene is a beautiful scene. It's literally done all hand drawn, no CG.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Like, I think most of these films I haven't seen. Actually, no. So Peter Jackson's King Kong, I've seen it, but that was a long time ago. 1987 Predator, seen it. It's an awesome movie. It's really good. It's a good action movie, and it's also just a good movie.
I've only
Jaws,
seen
I
the
would
movie once, but I played
Say-
the game like 30 times.
say, you know,
Blank
one
was
of-
blank was speaking.
Oh,
Very
okay.
good.
Now continue.
Jaws, haven't seen. Land Before Time, very good. Gojira 1954, haven't seen. Lord of the Rings trilogy, amazing.
If you one sec, if you have not seen the original Godzilla from 1954, watch it. But do not expect that film to be bright and happy at all, because that film is extremely fucking bleak.
As it should be.
Because originally that series was made in response to the nuclear bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now,
I feel
anyway,
bad for the
blank,
guy in the
continue.
costume.
Yeah.
That's the real
Pitch
tragedy of the
Black.
story.
Pitch Black, I haven't
Go
seen.
on, blank.
Pitch Black, I haven't seen. The Thing, it's probably the greatest horror movie I've ever seen.
Oh.
Oh, the thing. Oh,
1986
yeah.
Transformers is pretty. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's pretty. Fantasia,
Sure.
I've seen. Fuck, I think it was like 5 when I saw it, but it was very pretty.
Can we just gush
Yeah.
for a moment about just
Yeah,
the thing
people
for a
can
little
like shit on this on the suitmation all they want, but unironically, it looks better than any other like special effects in the 50s has when it's just the suit for a 54.
And any other suit movie that came after this one, like featuring Godzilla at least.
It's been so fucking hot in that.
bit.
Yeah, it must have been.
God.
And let's not forget that amazing
Oh, you
soundtrack.
haven't even heard it.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, he was like filming under 100 plus degrees studio lights, and
he's wearing
he was
how much?
in that
Go ahead.
like 300-pound suit, if I remember.
Hang on,
He
let me-
only filmed for a couple minutes before he collapsed of exhaustion. They had to do a ton of takes because of that.
Yeah.
And
And it's amazing it's amazing how well the film turned out.
Yes.
One of the most
also
influential and one of the most influential and probably one of the darkest films that you'll ever watch.
Mm.
You know, it's surprising too that this didn't get lost in history because a lot of Japanese films didn't have like, you know, preservation standards, and they were a lot worse than the States because they could easily get burned
Mhm.
and be lost forever. So
Yeah, you know, is it okay if I spoil this one scene? Because it's gonna be, I think it's probably one of my favorites in the entire film, but it's really short. It's kind of probably a more blink and you'll miss it scene. So
That's
I
cool.
believe as he's rampaging through the city,
Oh, you muted.
so yeah, that's okay. I can say this. It was it's the mother and her two. She's holding like her two children. Their father passed away recently. Godzilla's approaching them and is about to kill them. And the mother says, "I believe we're going to see Daddy again." Oh, we're going to see Daddy again, and Godzilla kills them.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, that film is not sunshine and rainbows.
They even have an
That's
entire
so
scene
sad.
dedicated to showing off people in hospital beds
Yep.
after his rampage.
You know, actually starting to think, yeah, this is actually a lot better than a lot of Gojira movies. Sounds awfully like a lot better than the Gojira films that came after. Like,
Yeah.
not gonna lie, a lot of it just seems like giant monster battles.
It's
I'm
as
trying
far
to
as-
look up what the actual suit was made of. I thought it was made of rubber. The original Godzilla suit was, but it was actually made from ready-mixed concrete
Oh god.
because didn't
Ew.
have any latex because after the war in Japan, and also it's lined in cotton too.
Oh.
Shit!
So
and
you're,
so
you're
he only
wearing a
gets 3
concrete.
minutes.
So you're wearing a concrete tomb filled with cotton.
It is a ready-mixed concrete mixture. They didn't have any latex because it was all used up. Most of it was used up during the war, and they didn't have much left over after the war. So, and also it was lined with cotton too. So it only gave the guy 3 minutes before he's like, "Oh fuck, I can't breathe. I'm dying from heat."
Nice.
Well,
Basically.
he's also dying both from heat as well as
Shit.
somewhat of the weight.
Yeah, just goddamn. How do you move in that fucking thing?
a lot of games.
Something,
You got-
especially
That's why-
something
that's
made
why
of
the- that's why the-
concrete.
That's why the movement looks so stiff, but it sells how powerful this thing actually
Oh,
is.
cool. They even made a cute little
Oh.
prop skeleton. Aww.
This suit will be your tomb.
Well, something that big would move pretty slow because that's
Oh,
just like
look
a
at this
law of
thing.
nature.
It's so cute.
Oh goodness gracious!
Aww,
that's
it's a little
horrific.
prop.
I think that's the skeleton from the spoiler alert into the film.
Aww. Sorry, I think it's cute.
But I'll say this though that with Godzilla, you can't with Godzilla one thing. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, my
Still
look at my
interesting.
dad. Sorry.
It's still kind of interesting to think that the original Godzilla is still the smallest of the series.
Yeah.
True.
Essentially, if you want to see the serious films in the series, 1954, the one from 1984, which was when the films entered the Heisei era, which most people consider the best era of the series up until, besides the Showa era, up until King of the Monsters, I think it is. And essentially, it's the Heisei series and Godzilla GMK, and what's the Shin Godzilla? Those are the serious films.
I mean, GMK has some mystical stuff in it, but yeah, I remember it being somewhat serious.
It'd be like a synthesis
I
of
just want,
Godzilla's
like, a-
ghost and the ghosts of everyone who died in the Second World War for the Pacific theaters.
Yeah. I mean, I would honestly just want like a Godzilla film where it's just Godzilla like fucking shit up. Or even if we do like a Godzilla versus Kong, I would only want it to be like an hour and a half or 2 hours of Godzilla versus Kong.
Hey,
Speaking of Godzilla, what do you guys think of that King of the Monsters movie? Is my question.
Get
I
fucked,
like it, but
American
it's kind of
Godzilla.
I
shit.
think the what is it?
That's a lot of fish.
Like
the
the
soundtrack is fucking amazing.
the like
There's no
10
denying
minutes
that.
or so of actual monster fights was really good.
Yeah, I won't deny
Everything
that.
else
The
is-
soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah. Everything else is I despise the human bits. It's just so
Like-
boring.
Like Bear McCreary's remake of the original Akira Ifukube Godzilla theme is perfection.
I mean, it was done by the guy who did God of War too, so.
Nice.
Good game.
Huh? What the?
Oh,
Okay,
I mean,
did
I
someone
like
just
the
okay? Did
monster
someone just
designs
set a
and
fucking
everything.
bomb?
Yep, it's armed.
Yeah, I mean, I like the monster designs and the fights when you could tell what's going on because the lighting's all messy, but everything else I really don't like.
A lot of people like the 2014 film, but I really despise it.
I mean,
Can't
2014
remember
film
it.
suffers from the
It's
same
not
issues that King of the Monsters does. It's too much talking with the people. The people are boring.
Hmm.
Give. I want
Most
big
people
monster.
don't
That
want to.
shit.
Most people, when
And
they-
honestly, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think they should have casted someone else other than Bryan Cranston for the role of the dad.
But Breaking Bad, though.
Ah,
Breaking Bad. He's
My
the one
problem with
Mark's-
him in that film is that he wasn't supposed to be the main character at all. It was supposed to be Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, but Bryan Cranston, he steals every single scene he's in, which is why I think they should have gotten a different actor for it.
But again, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is a
But then-
show I would
and then
never
there's,
fucking
like,
watch anyway, so.
But what do you guys well, I don't know why, but let me think.
Oh,
Let me-
got pulled too much.
Name the worst. What do you guys think of Raya in the, dragon film? Or I forgot its name
Oh,
already.
Ryan the Last Dragon, the Disney shit.
Raya.
The Road
I
I
don't
haven't
watch
seen
modern
it.
Disney. I don't give a shit.
I never
I haven't
watched
seen
it
it, but I'll say
Don't
this.
I
care.
haven't seen it. I don't care
So I'll
to see it.
I've
give my
seen it,
opinion.
and it's very weird. Like, by weird, I don't think it's that good. But for example,
I am not-
the whole movie's about like trust, but like the problem is like all these guys do all these like terrible, horrible things. It's like, how do you expect me to trust you if you're like,
I got a better question.
I'm watching that one.
What are the Disney sequels you actually like?
ooh.
Disney sequels I actually like.
Ooh, that is.
Hang
a-
on, let me look at a list. I gotta refresh my memory. It's been a
Toy
while.
Story
Toy
2.
Story 2.
Toy
I mean,
Story
it's been
3.
years since I.
Beauty and the
I'm
Beast too? I'm
specifically
sorry,
talking-
mainly for Forte.
I am
Oh.
specifically I'm not talking about Pixar sequels, and
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
specifically talking Disney,
I like Disney
like those
animation.
Disney, like those 2D Disney animated sequels.
An extremely goofy movie.
Well, yeah, I think
That's not
good.
really a sequel to anything, is it?
Well, yeah,
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
sequel to a goofy movie.
Lion King 3.
Uh,
Lion King
Wait,
1.
so how far back
Beauty
are
and
we
the
allowed to go
Beast
here?
2, just because of Tim Curry.
Wait, but like, how far back are we allowed to go here? As far as we want?
As far back as possible.
90s.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess.
You're about allowed to go back
Early
further.
90s, since the
Uh,
first.
It's a lot.
I liked Aladdin and the King of Thieves.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people like that. In fact, I actually do like it too.
Mm-hmm.
Bronx New Groove.
Weirdly
Well,
enough,
disclaimer
Lady
that
and the
is-
Tramp 2.
There is
Until
one.
Very-
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
there
I gotta
is.
put it.
I
Tarzan
think I
2.
watched it when I was younger on like a DVD or something. I don't remember very much about it.
I think Return of Jafar was alright.
It was
Ish.
alright.
Leroy and Stitch.
Yeah.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch too. Yeah,
That's true.
I-
Yeah,
I
they
like
did.
Lilo
that
and
one.
Stitch 3.
No, Leroy and
Stitch.
Stitch. Like,
Leroy
like there's a Lilo and Stitch 2, but there's also Leroy and Stitch.
Leroy Jenkins.
No, there's
Unironically, the series that popped out of the sequel to like Lilo and Stitch was actually pretty
and
decent.
there's the pilot to
It
the
was.
series, and there's the finale to the series.
Yes.
I just liked how creative the experiment
Oh yeah.
the whole designs behind each experiment got in the series. And the animation
Yeah, that's
wasn't bad
actually
either.
something interesting. Yeah, that's actually a good thing, because, like, okay, what do these experiments do? Well, they do this, this, and this. Like, the one episode where it's, like, between... Like, there was, like, 2 experiments that created an island. Like, a whole island. Like, it was the lava one, and it was the octopus one.
Don't forget that experiment that was there. Don't forget that experiment that was literally just a construction worker. Just a
Oh, you mean
design to be a
the one with the
construction
6
worker.
arms, or am I confusing the other one? I don't know.
I think all of them have 6 arms, and don't forget the experiment that was literally designed to be a love interest for Stitch.
How controversial is it to say that I actually kind of enjoyed the Lion King sequels?
They're pretty good.
Oh,
They're
Fox.
pretty decent.
Yes.
I mean,
You know what's actually funny is that-
what they did with the Lion King sequel wasn't a bad idea. Essentially, what they did with the Lion King sequels is they adapted other Shakespeare stories, especially the second one where they just decided to go, you know what? Let's continue with this idea that we're going and adapt Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Except they
And
don't
Lion King-
fucking die.
And then
I
Lion King
do
1.5
like
was
the
just
idea
a
of like
crazy
the
adventure with Timon and Pumbaa, which I really love.
Yeah,
Lion
the
faction.
Lion 2, Lion 1.5, I think it's called.
Yes.
I don't know if that really counts as a sequel.
It's
like-
more like a
prequel.
background
Mid-call.
story, essentially.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
just
side
gonna say-
quest.
It's a side story guided.
I'll just say this, that one of my favorites is Beauty and the Beast 2
Which
Haven't
one?
seen
and Enchanted Christmas. And I
Okay,
know
that one's
mainly just
Wait.
because of Tim Curry, because Tim Curry's voice is freaking awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tim
Tim
Curry.
Curry
Yes.
plays
Oh, he was in there?
Yeah, he
He
plays.
plays
Yeah,
the
he
organ.
plays an organ.
Oh.
Will increase its quality, no matter how bad it is.
Like, if it was Tony J, I would still love the film because it's Tony J voicing a pipe organ.
Aw.
Like, the thing is, Tim Curry, he adds, no matter how shit something is, he adds like 3 points to it.
Like Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Even the song,
Well-
the villain song for like Beauty and the Beast 2, I listen to it because Tim Curry's voice is fun to listen to.
I mean, let's all agree here that the best villain song Disney has ever produced is Hellfire from Notre
Oh,
Dame.
yeah.
I was about to say, I hope you say Hellfire.
Hellfire's
I
pretty
haven't
sick.
seen that in a long time.
I'm trying to think what other. Jafar has one, doesn't he?
No,
What?
he doesn't.
No. Well, he has
yeah.
one.
He has, like,
Ali, but
He has one that it's the darker version of Prince Ali.
Yeah, he's just shit talking.
He has
Oh,
one in the
did you-
sequel called "You're Only Second Rate," which
That
is
is
a
true,
lot
yeah.
better.
I don't.
That is pretty
remember
good. That is
one.
pretty good.
It is
You're
pretty
only
good.
second rate. That's pretty
What
Did you
about
guys
the
watch?
one, the live action one?
Have you guys seen like the Prince
I
Ali
mean, honestly,
live action version song? It's so
Oh,
We're talking about the
bad.
animated versions.
there's a
Benzo.
lot
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
it is.
uh,
the fact that they
a fucking
aired, like they almost do it. It's like the ultimate cock tease.
Can you imagine if Robin Williams was alive and they asked him to cameo in that?
Well, he just smacked them. He just probably just go to their house and just smack the fucking sex.
I feel like Robin Williams might have a maybe a Mark Hamill approach to it, where he's like he'll do it for the fans, maybe.
You know,
No,
another
no.
thing is I'm fucking Judge Claude Frollo might be one of my favorites, or my favorite Disney villain death, because he grabs on. He's about to fall into like the burning church, and he grabs onto the fucking gargoyle, who awakens and screams in his face like a demon, and then it breaks off and he falls right in. It's basically saying, "You're going to hell, sir."
Nah. Let's be honest here. The best Disney villain death is Tarzan.
Oh yeah, that one.
When
That's my
he
favorite.
fucking hangs himself.
That's the best one.
I don't know.
I don't
Guys, I
think
think-
Robin
I think I'm
Williams
going to
would
have to
come
change my
back
answer for best
for
villain song. The
the
best villain
live
song
action one.
is Friends on the Other Side in Prince. In the
And
Princess and the Frog.
if he did, I feel like Twitter would just go into a shitstorm like, "Oh, you're casting a white guy."
Good.
for-
Have them deal with it.
live action
I mean, the problem with Robin Williams though is even if he survived, he probably wouldn't even be in his right mind at this point. Because guess what he was diagnosed? Because guess
Dementia.
what? Essentially, it wasn't. I think it was Parkinson's. Essentially,
It was a
That he was
mental disease.
and which is essentially what caused his depression and his eventual suicide.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trust in Me is also pretty cool because it's extremely creepy. And it's in the undertones. So I guess in terms of creepiness, that's pretty cool.
I wouldn't honestly. I don't think "Trust in Me" is the better song. I think the Monkey King song is better.
Well, I'm not saying it's the best, like in terms of the villains. I'm saying in terms of creepiness, it's pretty good. It's pretty high up there.
Yeah, that's true. But like, if I'm gonna be honest though, like since we're talking about like Disney films, I think one of the best creepy examples of scary scenes is the scene with the headless horseman from like Sleepy Hollow. It's like okay, so like Ichabod is like in the forest of in the forest, and they build it up like there's a frog that sounds like he's saying headless horseman, and like over time it builds up, going and going, and then at first it seems like a fake out, but then Ichabod hears the laugh, and then you see the headless horseman himself
just coming in.
now.
I will say this: I am glad that Disney is not yet touching Treasure Planet.
Yes, not yet.
We're looping back to it.
I don't know if they
You
ever
know-
will though, because like Treasure Planet only
Yeah,
really
I
had
hope
like
they
a
don't.
cult following. Like it was very obscure how many people really.
Yeah,
got
and
into
it bombed at the
They're
box
more
office.
like. I mean, let's be honest. They're more likely to touch Atlantis.
Cult classic afterwards when people looked back to see about this movie, and then everyone.
It's
was
kind
like,
of
"Oh,
a
that's actually
similar
kinda awesome."
situation to maybe Osmosis Jones, where people look upon it more fondly after its release, even though it lost money in the theaters, a lot of money.
I used to enjoy Osmosis
Well,
Jones as
yeah.
a kid, but then I rewatched
Thank
it and I
God.
got disgusted.
I just remember the
Honestly.
scene when the virus dies, like, stayed with me because it was very creepy and it's
Yeah.
very terrifying. The visuals for that, he's like melting and everything. Ugh.
That was
And
a
the
brutal.
noise
Although-
he makes when he dies.
Honestly, if you
The
cut
one
out-
thing I am worried about in regards to that, I'm worried about them possibly bringing back a 3D series of Bear in the Big Blue House.
I will shoot someone if they do that.
Yeah, I am
Don't
worried.
bring it back. Don't bring it back.
I don't remember that.
I remember.
If they bring it back, just use puppets again. No 2D.
No.
Oh boy!
They're gonna
Since we're
bring
talking
back
about
CGI.
puppets, does anyone here remember Nanalon? That weird Canadian puppet show featuring the green little girl with the weird black eyes.
YMS covered it. I know what
No.
it is.
I do not know about that.
Your
I
movie
have no
star.
idea.
Yeah, it's this weird. Back when I was a kid back when I was a kid, when I would visit Canada for my grandparents,
It's Canada,
would-
no
there was-
wonder.
there would be a show in between shows called Nanalon, and it was this weird puppet show about a little girl named, I think her name was like Mona, and she
Found
okay,
it.
yeah, that's what he found it. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And she looks like and YMS pretty much covers my thoughts essentially, but she looks like she's high.
Oh shit.
She is Canadian.
Yeah.
I mean, truly a cartoon deserving. Well, that the Canadians deserve. Am I right?
Well,
No
they do
joke.
produce good shows like 16, total drama and all them.
No joke. The show is actually amazing how I remember the show. It's just amazing
And
how
you
the show
didn't even-
pops in my mind.
Oh god, there's one other thing I remember. They're gonna sequel to the Proud Family.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember. That had a movie.
No, it's a
Yeah, that
TV
had a
show.
movie.
Oh, like a
And a TV movie.
a new season to the Proud Family. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, get ready. They're gonna touch on Black Lives Matter and all that.
Yeah.
I hope they don't.
So I'm
Well,
curious.
well-
What do you guys think of fucking Moana from 5 years ago?
Oh, I like
It's
Moana.
kind of meh. It's
What
alright.
can I say except
The only-
you're welcome?
It's alright.
The only things I remember it is shiny and you're
Oh,
welcome.
yeah. I'm a
Yeah, I just remember it not being great, but it was inoffensive. It was fine. It was perfectly serviceable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And I remember,
It also
and I remember,
features-
and I remember Moana's "I Want" song because every character needs to have their "I Want" song.
GG.
Y'all remember
Waiting
Wall-
until Disney makes it basically "I Want Money" song for the protagonist.
The protagonist.
But
That's
one
like,
thing,
"I Want Money" is like a villain song.
oh guys, remember? I now I'm starting to think. You guys did you guys see the High Guardian Spice trailer?
Hey, what now?
Yeah.
They're still doing
High
it.
Guardian Spice trailer.
Yeah,
I have never heard of that.
I think that was the thing that was covered to shit by like the
High
corporate and
Guardian
such.
Spice.
I was.
It looks
High
like
Guardian
more
Spice
than
is
the-
a like Crunchyroll original animated series. It's essentially supposed to be a fantasy thing about
It's a worse.
these
version
group of girls going through a magic academy and all that. And
It's like it's a shoujo anime. It looks very shoujo.
Yeah.
Oh,
a lot of people
okay,
said it
that
looks a lot
explains it.
like Little Witch Academia and.
What? What
other
was the
stuff.
name of the series? Sorry.
High Guardian.
High
Spice.
Guardian Spice.
It sounds like
It's
a shoujo.
anime.
It's still in
It sounds like something a
production.
shoujo would be titled.
Some like behind the scenes reviews have said it's actually not that
Oh,
bad.
that shit.
Yeah,
I don't think it's real, honestly.
I it's definitely
Assholes.
real because it's so weird because like Crunchyroll was like at first was a really cool service where you could pay money and they would give some of that money over to
Oh,
the animation studios over in Japan who do not get nearly enough money, and
Oh
then
my
the,
God.
Yeah.
the creators of the series as
Bruh.
well. But then
bro, look at this.
they
Look at this.
transfer all those
Look at this shit.
funds into
Welcome, Scientific American just
That's an ugly looking. That's a very bland looking dwarf. Not gonna lie.
Ugh.
Well, say goodbye to the term Jedi in Disney canon.
Yes, thank you for interrupting. my
Change them.
explanation to
We
say
need to
that.
change the Jedi term because it's offensive. We change slave one. We won't stop.
I'm just
Because we
gonna
are
say that
Star
the
Wars.
dwarf character kind of looks bland. Not gonna lie.
I'm okay with it. It's
I think all the characters look a bit Jedi.
I remember these people.
it looks
They made a big deal about diversity with their characters.
Every single
because they have a dog
Or
house.
that their cast was all women. I should say.
It was.
What?
They also pointed out the staff wasn't diverse enough. It was just exclusively white women.
and, like maybe
Can
one.
Can I just also mention this as well? Well, that I actually watched the trailer and like there was this like big flaming blue villain guy. I'm assuming it's supposed to be the main villain.
Oh boy.
Wow, that sounded it sounded like Kermit the Frog trying to sound like a demon. No, not gonna lie. Let me get High Guardian Spice trailer.
There was also other criticisms besides the whole like, why the fuck are you trying to put? You're not promoting the story of the thing you're making. You're promoting diversity as a marketing thing. The other problem was they were basically Crunchyroll was pushing money on on some original series when they could have better used that money for like say making their premium services better or something like that, or have the money directly go to the anime industry or something, like increasing licensing fees of per stream royalties for shows or something like that. They also think the show didn't look that good. And also it wasn't very appealing.
You know how you have like generic, and you know how you have generic shonen. This looks like a generic shoujo, like a really generic shoujo.
Yes.
They
It was overdone, as they said.
And it's still the same art style we've seen over and over again on many Cartoon Network shows, which is another thing that people are bored with.
Holy cow art.
Oh, speaking of that,
Well, I don't like
apparently,
I don't like using the term cal arts, but I do think the art style doesn't look very appealing.
Yeah.
Whatever the fucking term
is
is.
showing Man of Steel.
Hmm?
Yeah, they were showing Man of Steel on Cartoon Network.
Wait, wow.
Holy shit! They showed Man of Steel on Cartoon Network. What were they?
Well, they showed Star Wars: The Clone Wars on Cartoon Network, or Star Wars: Phantom Menace on there. Even though technically speaking, Phantom Menace is legally owned by Disney.
Phantom Menace doesn't show someone snapping a neck.
No, they just literally show a guy getting split in half.
That too, yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah.
They have.
Well,
yeah.
Which is arguably way
do you
worse.
see people? Do you see Superman yeeting Zod into buildings, committing genocide in the Phantom Menace?
Oh.
Based.
Yeah, there's a lot of this character that character just looks like every other shoujo, or like every other anime I've seen.
Like, look, shonen also has like generic shonen protagonist. You know, so it's not like this is a specific like.
Wait.
We're specifically referring to like the art style.
You guys are forgetting
Like,
something about that. It's a movie about space wizards intended for children.
That is true.
Oh,
God, Man of Steel.
Damn.
A wise man once
It's like-
said, "No
Dude,
one's ever
Man of
really
Steel
gone."
is literally 9/11 times a million.
It's like
How could they show that in Cartoon Network?
so you have the generic shoujo character, and you have the generic shonen character.
Yeah.
So both of them just seem to, I don't know, like these character designs. Maybe it's because they're simple to make.
I don't know. I think it's because like Japan, like since like back in the day and when anime was like very, I would say like in the old days, anime was more creator driven or something like that.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's just like so super like kind of bland and everything.
Well,
Oh yeah,
big change.
that actually.
The big change that
Well-
happened was animators would get paid. So before, animators would get paid per hour. Nowadays, they get paid per cell. So now, obviously, because of that, they're disincentivized to work harder. I'm not saying that obviously not all anime is shit. I mean, it helps that there are nice
yeah.
animes. Nice
Why do you
ones with
think
good
the
character
majority of
designs.
animes like today have like worse animation than like animes from the 80s and 90s, and also they have this kind of weird plasticky color over
I would say
All
Wait,
done
I would
by
say
a
the character
computer.
designs.
I
Character
don't
designs
know.
certainly have gotten less creative,
I don't
except
know.
in the rare case with like something like My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia has pretty amazing character design, and the author for the manga and both the animators seem to put in a lot of effort into
What kinda-
the characters.
What kind of anime are you guys watching? What the heck?
And I know people will hate me for bringing this up, but JoJo kind of does have a unique style. The
Oh, yeah,
only
Araki-
thing
Araki's really perfected it.
I mean, I think bright, vibrant colors work for JoJo, but not a lot of other
Because-
stuff.
Because thing is, actually color actually kind of works for JoJo because it's supposed to like display like a certain emotion or like certain tone.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to, however, the thing is with JoJo, I'm unpopular opinion. I don't like Araki's newer style.
Really? So like part 8 and half.
No. Well, what I mean isn't that it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't.
You mean like
it
the
as a
character
term of-
designs of like the skinnier kind of fashion oriented kind of JoJo's.
Yeah, because it's more it's not that it's bad. It's good artwork. It's phenomenal even. It's just that is this really fitting for like a manga? Because this kind of looks a little stiff.
Well, the problem with that though is then like, okay, so like what's the like where what exactly would be considered like good, or like you have to set a standard as to like what kind of art style was acceptable for manga. That's becomes its own problem. I don't know if I can take it.
I mean,
That's true.
mangas are very diverse because it seems that there's a lot of creative freedom that's allowed.
Like I don't
and
know.
because of that.
Like I don't know what kind of stuff you guys have been watching and reading, but I've been seeing some stuff like, oh, well, this one thing over here with like a lot of characters have some pretty unique designs, and like the monsters, the werewolves are all drawn and like they're it almost looks like a Dr. Seuss type of storybook, but they're monsters.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's
One-
What are
one-
you
By the way,
describing?
guys,
Oh, it's a
Yes.
manga I've been reading. It's about like people hunting werewolves. Except werewolves are extremely. They don't look like fucking dogs. That's for sure. They look like horrible Dr. Seuss monsters that like.
I want to
Ugh.
see.
I could
Send
probably.
me an image.
I could probably post you a link.
you
to it.
guys, you guys mind if I show you like a thing, an art style that I developed the past year, and I actually did an Easter thing in this year, and I wanted to show you guys something and this is what I wanted to show you guys because it's in Cantina.
I mean, I do like the kind of lighting, the things you do with lighting, even if the character designs are a bit simplistic.
I could actually probably copy and
Yeah,
paste
yeah.
an image of a werewolf and what they kind of look like in this. Let me see.
I want to show you guys Chainsaw
I was
Man.
mainly
Chainsaw
just going
Man.
for something like simple and everything, and it wasn't really meant to be like super complicated. Like I've done more like complicated designs, more like something like this. Like this is the first one I actually started with this style.
It's pretty. The first one, I don't know what to think about it because I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind is I just think it looks very childish, but I don't mean to say that in a. Maybe I do, but I don't know.
That's
It
fine.
looks
It
like-
was kind of meant to be
Look at
more
that thing.
innocent.
Look at that
Oh,
weirdo.
so that's
Oh my
That is
god, that is
creepy.
not. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
very creepy.
They look like
Yeah.
That's
it's
H.P.
drawn in a
Lovecraft.
Dr. Seuss style, but like this thing has the head of a fucking plant. It's so weird.
and this is.
Oh, yay,
what I-
body horror. Yeah, that's fun.
What I just showed was like
Mhm.
from.
And then there's another
Chainsaw
panel
Man.
right there. Look at that thing about to swallow.
Love the line
Oh my
work.
god.
All the better to hold
This
you
is
and not
amazing.
let go, my dears.
Hell yeah.
I'm
This is
something-
amazing.
That these things it reminds me of fucking like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs and that. How do these things function or
We
survive?
don't question it. We just know it's just kill it with fire.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's the same.
This is like something straight out of Lovecraft.
No,
So, yeah,
Lovecraft
speaking
is
of-
probably worse because then you
Yeah.
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to if it wouldn't be able to exist physically. It's just
That's true.
there.
So yes, the reason I brought Pizza the Hut is because it only seems like his flesh is covered by a thick layer of pus. Even then,
And that
chunks
thing
of
must
it are
have smelled
constantly
when they made
falling
that
off.
costume.
Ugh.
It looks disgusting. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I'm just used to just.
Oh yeah,
really
I heard of
off-kilter
Hunter's
shit.
Guild Red Hood.
Yeah.
I
That's what
heard
the
of
manga
Hunter's
is.
Guild Red Hood. That was I heard of that, and it was mostly in reference to like the character design of the main heroine.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
It looks like his head, like he might just tilt all the time, like with how his head
Kind of looks
looks.
like a weird looking three-eyed shark. Not gonna
God,
lie.
this is such really.
Well,
The author
well, it
had
is like a
fun
shark
with this. Just the
I mean,
man.
The author had
I thought-
fun
Yeah.
with the werewolf designs because they all look completely different from one another. They all have super unique
These are good.
designs.
These are good.
And it gets more and more
precisely
See, this
horrifying.
is
designed.
why sometimes I like when people are like very creative. Like they don't.
Chainsaw Man.
Oh, a
No,
chainsaw.
no. Well, not so much. Not so much that. I was thinking of.
I mean, this is where this is
Other
where these
shit.
pictures are from. These are monsters from Tatsuki Fujimoto's Chainsaw Man.
You know
There's
how
also
it is
the-
with body horror. It's fun shit.
Oh, yeah,
I am a
also, I mean,
chainsaw man who has a
Look at
short
like
forehead.
Junjito. Look at like Junjito. He has pretty epic body horror stuff.
Oh, speaking
mean-
of like that, remember Batman Beyond, where that one guy admixture?
And by the way, to anyone who's actually watching the stream, thank you so much for actually being here. I appreciate it.
I am a mashed potato. of
No.
all
Sorry, what you say?
Oh, I can get it. Hold on, let me see. What are the villains in Batman Beyond? Let me get this. Villain.
My God, this queue time is taking forever.
That pizza man, though. If I was in that costume, I'd probably barf already.
Yeah, I same. That's Pizza
Yeah,
Hut
Ito
Spaceball.
is just. Yeah.
Someone's digging a hole through her head.
Yeah, the perspective's trippy, ain't it?
Kind of reminds me of the Blob.
Like, someone just grabbed a little one of those digging holes things and started going,
Where's
Now that
gas
guy's
machine?
The fucking line art for Ito is just like, I can tell he's methodical with his inking.
I found
and
that
it's just,
episode. I found the
ugh.
episode I was talking about.
Yeah, just putting like that thing from Batman and that thing from Ito like below it is just like, yeah, I can figure out which one's just more just. It feels more icky and horrifying.
Oh yeah, that
That does look
uh,
relatively scary for a kids show, but it wouldn't look too much out of place in like some show where they fight mutants and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
also,
that
here's
one
a-
episode.
Here's a manga
is-
panel that isn't like super disturbing, but it's still cool. It's, where's Piccolo?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Toriyami is a very
Toriyama's fun. He's having
Toriyama's
fun.
very fun.
It's fine. It's
At
fine.
The main critique I would say, I think Toriyama's old art is really good.
Oh, like Dragon Ball.
Like his-
Yeah. I mean, I
His
have
old.
I have volume 1 of the Dragon Ball manga, and it's a really cool design. Honestly, it's just the character designs are very. Obviously, you can tell that it's designed for kids because the character designs are like very like.
Oh, it's
bubbly
also
and
this panel is
round.
very clear on what is happening. It's fine.
Like
He
the
punches
old
him.
like the first Dragon Ball Dragon Ball started off as somewhat rounded, but when it started getting more mature, it became more angular.
Mature.
I wouldn't say mature.
It's around like I think.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry.
It's more it just simply moved on to a different genre.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zelda, you were saying?
That's true.
Zelda?
You
Yeah,
were
You were
saying?
saying something.
I was saying it got around serious like the Ten Shinhan saga. That's when it really got more serious.
Mm.
Mm.
You ate all my cookies.
yeah.
20 minutes.
Oh, wait,
God
is that a
damn it,
reference to,
Frieza!
like, a
You ate all
bridge?
my cookies. Now I'm gonna kill you.
Is that in the Abridged series? Because it's been a while since I last watched that.
You ate all my goddamn cookies.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
punch you to get them out.
You know, it's a manga I like for its character designs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Parasite.
Holy. Well, that's gonna be my nightmares tonight.
Parasite was started off pretty good.
Hey, I read the thing before the anime even came out, okay?
Oh yeah, this one's from Z,
That
but I
thing
still think
is-
it's a good manga panel because it emphasizes the scale of the events.
Why does it have
Ooh, that's a
eyes in
really
its
good
mouth?
angle.
Don't question things.
That's just spooky design on some creatures. It's really impractical, but
Blarg. He's just going blarg.
Yeah, how does that thing
It's just-
function? Don't question it. It just does.
It's just blarg.
He just watches him getting digested.
it's just spooky designs to be spooky.
Oh, Parasite is
I go
also
for whatever's the most disturbing thing, I guess.
for like wacky
Not really.
It's for wacky
Oh
designs.
yeah,
I would go to
bo 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 bo.
Oh
It was
yes, this
pretty-
weird one.
That
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, his name is actually pronounced bo 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 or something like that.
No.
And he's
Roughly.
voiced by Joseph Joestar.
No, no.
Deody is the only person that makes
No,
actual
no, no.
sense
It-
in
it's
this.
pronounced.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Bobobo.
okay.
Bo.
Okay.
Bobobo.
What I find funny about this,
The best name ever, dude.
what I find funny about all this is that he's the same voice actor as Joseph Joestar, but his Japanese voice is Dio.
Yeah.
So Joseph Joestar is literally Dio in this case.
Nice.
Yeah. This fucking
But yeah,
nose
Bobobo
hair
has
whip
also like pretty
ability.
wacky and crazy character designs. Also, I mean, the manga in and of itself is just fucking crazy.
No, just the early ones, you get to see, oh, look, I have no fucking money or anything, so you'll have to deal with me doing this with the ballpoint pen.
A ballpoint pen.
Oh, I'm just starting to think of that.
He
one
has no
clip from
ink pens, he
Bobobo.
has a ballpoint office pen.
Hell yeah.
There's a pig, dude. There's a pig in the plane.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Don't question it.
Don't worry about the pig.
Even though there's a literal like sun dude on his back, and who else is on the? No,
No,
that's like a robot, and like fucking
so-
Gumby
So
versus Bobobo.
Gumby's name
Yeah.
is what was it? Was it Jello Jiggler? Is that his name? Something Jiggler.
What the fuck?
Oh
is
yeah,
this?
Excuse
dude.
me?
Like this. So this sun guy makes so many ridiculous faces. His
Oh,
expressions
he
are
makes,
amazing.
he does a lot of references that just sail over my head.
Yeah, his expressions are amazing. I love him.
Yes.
And there's an ice
Almost as
cream
much as
man
Kaizo
that's
with
just
King
on his
Saga amount of
headphones.
references.
It's like OKKO, but even more absurd and insane.
Let me show you something from Tazamoto King Saga.
Gus hand,
It's-
I'm going to whip you with my nose hair whip. Yeah, I'll whip him good.
There's a guy from Guppy holding
Whip him like daddy ain't coming home tonight.
See if I can find something. I won't really find anything because I don't have it on hand. But
As a
Tazamoto King Saga
certified
is also pretty
Keck W right there.
Dude, look at this character. He's a pig. Y'all motherfuckers sipping on a oolong here. He's been there since the beginning.
It's true. Oolong.
Oh yeah.
Oolong was there before
Oh,
Dragon Ball was
Oolong.
cool.
It's too big.
Rice Ball Kid.
Hey guys, I'm Rice Ball Kid. I have a head shaped like a rice ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Now, if
is
there's
that?
like some kind of pun,
Anatomy 100,
if there is some
dude.
kind of word naming pun that I'm not aware of, please do tell me.
There probably is, because like there's one kid over there who's
Because you know how the Japanese are in their word puns. They love doing word puns.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Dragon Ball has a lot of word puns.
That is true, yeah.
Oh.
Vegetas that are just vegetables.
Piggy.
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage having a pet pig.
John
Oh.
Lexon tries to find his pig.
What about Pickle's Cage?
Pigless
love it.
Cage.
Yeah,
My
Nicolas Cage turned into a
superpower
pickle.
is I look like a rice.
Oh, I thought you
A
said
rice ball.
Pigless Cage.
Oh no
not
no no!
Pickleless
It's
Cage.
Pickleless Cage. That's actually a Left 4 Dead 2 mod where you turn Rochelle into Pickleless Cage. It's terrifying.
I think I remember in our last conversation about this. The plot is his pig is missing, and he goes to try and find it.
I must find my pig. Help me find my pig.
All because I stole the Declaration of Independence. They stole my pig.
That's true, yeah.
The FBI stole my pig.
Just because I stole the Declaration
Oh, that is horrifying.
We need to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, is this from the Duang dub of the Duang translation?
Hey,
of
wow,
the,
mine too, man. My constipation's gone too.
See, now you and Okyasu can celebrate.
Oh, is that the Duang translation of the manga? Just asking.
I don't know. It's
You
a very
mean
funny
you're
parallel.
telling me that the do-wag meme is mistranslated from a line about constipation? That's beautiful.
Fucking Pickle's Cage in all his glory, Jesus Christ.
I can just say this, that the Duwong, I'm pretty sure, like, in Chinese it's pronounced Duwong, but, like, the Duwong translation is hilarious. What a beautiful day for a picnic.
What a beautiful do-wag. True.
Beautiful day for a picnic.
Such a wonderful day for a picnic.
True.
A lot of this is so,
sure
it's
this is-
so absurd.
My name is. I don't even remember.
He plays Game Boy with a pig.
Yeah, he's playing that pig is a recurring character, yeah.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
That pig is a recurring character, yeah.
Very
What's the
important.
sun guy's name anyway?
We're here for
What's the
the
sun guy's name?
I forget what his name was. I
We're
think
here
it's,
for the pig.
yeah, I don't know, I forget his name.
Oh,
Trust me, there's so many great like out of context images of Bo.
One day I'll be able to
I
say
still
it, like,
can't get
properly.
over the fact that they named it that.
Like I know
They-
how
Yeah.
to say his name distinctly because there were commercials on Cartoon Network where they had to explain to you how the fuck to pronounce his name.
bo bo
Bo-
bo
bo-
bo
bo-
bo
bo-
bo
bo- 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 bo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you guys remember seeing Senior Pela? Ever seen Senior Pela where, like...
That
Oh.
feeling. That feeling when your name looks like a 5-year-old mashed on a keyboard.
Damn. Hitting close to home today.
5-year-old on a keyboard.
Monica's house. There may be some epic.
You know, since we're talking about absurd stuff, have you guys ever seen any Gmod animations?
Yes.
I-
Oh,
I'm sure I've seen some, I can barely remember it though.
Oh man.
Team Fabulous 2 being the most noted one, I would say.
Gmod
There's
is
also
awesome.
Demo Mesa.
Someone PM Das Boschut and tell him to make another one because it's been way too long.
I
Yeah,
was,
I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back. I think he should just...
What the
If he
fuck
doesn't
is-
want to
oh.
do it, then...
Oh, that's a JoJo panel. isn't
Yeah,
it?
that...
Yes.
Yeah, that's Invisible Baby.
Well, the baby's invisible because it's shining a mirror on it. Anything? Vampire.
Sure.
The invisible baby, I remember that.
Maybe.
I wonder because this is meant to be like Iraqi standard. I wonder if
How does
Iraqi-
it taste?
What does he
Iraqi-
eat? Oh, it's a spider. Oh my god.
I wonder if Iraqi lives spiders because Kishibe
Is it
Rohan is meant to be like
orange?
standard for Iraqi.
Rohan be eating a feast though.
Roll Constitution.
Hey man, it's got that protein.
Yeah. Make sure you get
And
those
of course-
hairs.
Actually, I
course.
love.
And of
I love
course,
how like my first introduction to bo 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 was like it's just a stupid picture of them on a plane.
Not a bad start, honestly.
man.
All things considered.
tells you what to expect.
Yeah. Oh well, no, it doesn't. It's barely scratching the surface of the insanity that is bo.
There's a cabbage. There's a cabbage request.
Didn't Bobo come out?
Can I
before
just say
Avatar: Last
this?
Airbender? I think it did.
Have you guys seen the new CGI He-Man series or no?
No.
No.
I have not.
The one
no.
with Kevin Smith.
No,
No.
that's the Netflix one.
Yeah.
There's another one that has Mark Hamill voicing Skeletor.
Mm.
Why would you make
He's good. He's a good voice actor.
Mm-hmm. You could do it.
Let me see. Let me see. Mark Hamill.
Out of
Skeletor.
some reviews say that the I know nothing of the show, but I hear that it's actually decent.
Not
Probably just because it's
horrible.
not. Yes, it's actually decent.
Oh yeah,
People say.
it's not one. Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith. I mean, he just seems like a hack.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
He
Don't
Yeah.
is.
Stop that hack vibe.
He's
Yeah,
just
come on.
he gives me the vibe that he's not a like the thing is when I looked at the He-Man, when you think of He-Man or the term Masters of the Universe, you usually think of, He-Man.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Have-
You
have
don't think
seen
of,
that
like,
Matt is still
Extremely-
Sheila,
for it?
who
Masculine barbarian.
That's
dude with a
honestly
loincloth.
when I lost a bit of respect for Kevin Smith because that is some shitty
have-
marketing to do to the He-Man fan base.
and also I should note this, but I don't really care if women have muscles. Like, that's not the issue for me. Isn't really the designs of the females. The issue is more related to like the marketing.
I mean, my
Yep.
issue is just the writing in
Oh,
general. Why is it you
Yeah,
gotta
just
write
writing.
women basically as men? And
Like,
Though for some reason, He-Man does look, or like Prince Adam. Why is it that he looks kind of, more like a woman?
effeminate.
Feminine. You see,
Do
because
you remember the character designs of Prince Adam in the original show? It's literally the exact same body, just in a different costume.
That's true. So I can understand trying to make him look different, but
This ain't
he
it,
kind of
Chief.
still looks. Just that
So,
he still kind of looks like a girl.
did He-Man get killed in Kevin Smith's show?
Yeah, like
Yes.
twice, I think, right?
nice.
Yeah, like
Oh.
twice, I think.
So he does the Neil Druckmann approach of
Well-
killing,
So not only does he get killed, but Tila, who is supposedly his best friend, didn't know he was actually He-Man. So when she discovers, oh shit, you were actually He-Man, you were lying to me this entire time, she's pissed off at her dead best friend for never telling her that he was He-Man. And that just becomes a massive thing. She's very upset about that for the rest of the series. I'm like, why? What the fuck?
Well, it's
He
because-
died to save
Well,
you. He sacrificed himself for
Dude,
for
talking-
everybody. Why are you?
How's
yeah,
it feel to
like
How does it feel to watch all of your favorite franchises go down in flames?
It's terrible.
Feels
Like, there's some-
honestly, I'm numb to it at this point. After
at this
Star
point,
Wars,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say this. Like, I don't get why. Oh well. I should be mad. Why they should be? I don't get why they should be mad at someone for not revealing a secret identity when it's very clear they have a reason behind it. You shouldn't be mad at them for that at all.
And besides, like, you should consider like his intentions and what he did with that secret identity.
His intention,
like he's
Bruh.
a fucking hero.
no. He's white man and he's blonde. He's wrong.
Yeah. There
like,
you go.
I can understand if it gets to a certain point, but like, where they assume you're just a horrible person. But here's the thing: Invincible did this in like the comic, and I'm not referring to like the show version.
Mhm.
In the comic, it's like the relationship between like like, mind you, I didn't read the comic, but someone mentioned this in their video. In the comic, it's mentioned that he reveals that he's invincible to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend becomes more understanding of why he was acting up like that.
Mhm.
In the show, from what I can tell, she's just mad at him.
Well, it's a
for,
completely
like-
different character. Yeah. The show.
And she knows already.
Yeah, she already
So, like-
knew, and she was still acting that way, never said anything. So that puts her in the wrong.
But-
I mean, no. I mean,
No,
Yeah,
no,
they're
no, no,
both-
no.
no, they're both in the wrong.
Females can never be wrong. They are completely justified
That's
in
true.
being mad at people
They're,
who
You know what it
protect
is?
their identities.
It's
how
like-
could I forget? I am but a simple second citizen, a male.
It is like, no. What it's like is like, yeah, what? You kept your secret identity from me? Yeah, you did it to protect me from people who might come and chase me, but you lied to me. You lied to me.
Yeah,
Yep,
who cares?
and you're white and you're straight,
Yeah,
so
and who cares
you
if you
are
can-
a monster.
And who cares if you being a superhero also like brought up like, oh, it saved so many thousands, possibly millions of people. Actually, no, in Invincible's case, literally millions of people. And yet, fuck you because I'm selfish. You didn't. Yeah. I don't know.
Now,
Bad.
if it was
I
a
just
black
don't like.
lesbian lady, on the other hand, then they'll be more understanding.
Of course.
You see, the problem I have with like nowadays days with a lot of like properties trying to be like either how do I crap, I don't even know what to think anymore.
It's alright, man.
You go on, guys. I have no idea what to say.
I guess all I can say is that I'd say the comic definitely handles the relationship bits better than the show. But
Mm.
it is what
It doesn't mean the
is.
show. I don't think the show is necessarily bad.
Oh, I wouldn't say the show is anywhere near bad. It's just that there's just some
It makes a hiccup.
Yeah, there are some few things over there that get people kind of hung up on things.
Just wait until DC pulls that crap of Lois being mad. Or wait, do this.
Lewis.
Being mad at Clark for lying to her about his identity.
Well, the thing is,
Wait,
she already knows it's Superman, doesn't she?
I have a meme. Show you. It's
Well,
relevant.
you know
I
the
swear.
rules. No memes and text chat.
I can't believe you lied to me, Clark.
And text talk.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't see it because I was wearing glasses the entire time.
Just watch.
Why do I smell like pee?
Mod's gonna be coming in
Cool.
here real
Use
quick.
The meme's gone forever. Just
Yeah.
kidding. It's also me for memes. so
Just
wait.
move it into the what was it, trash place. There you go.
Oh yeah, trash. I guess you can move.
Yeah.
Boom, trash. Where it belongs.
Guys,
Dare to post memes.
You know, can we just say that the theme for Sauron in The Lord of the Rings is really, really well made?
I can't remember it.
Like, you know,
Yeah, I
like,
don't remember.
okay, like you know, whenever like it goes do. Sorry, I try to replicate it, but it sounds so awkward when I do it.
I do not remember the official soundtrack for that Sauron.
Sauron.
Let me get the. You have the Eye of There's the Eye of Sauron, which gives like a video on YouTube where it's just the soundtrack for the appearances of like Sauron or anything relating to Sauron. Here it is. It's really good.
I'll have to check that out later.
But basically, anytime the music for Sauron kicks in, it's so awesome. And it's like in contrast, like when Saruman's on, or Saruman, sorry.
Sauron.
It's always very industrious. It sounds industrious, like hammers hitting metal.
Yeah.
Or like going thing, like do, like something like that, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something good I watched? Oh yeah, I literally just now I watched Parasite. It's pretty good. I understand the hype. And
the anime?
no, the movie, the 2019 movie.
Okay. Well, that's different.
Yes, very different. Yeah, it's pretty good. The ending has a few things here and there where it's like, it seems a bit too much to ask. But other than that, I mean, it's all pretty well done. I get the hype.
Damn, this Chimera only used a single ability.
I wouldn't say that it's better than Because I haven't, because I hadn't seen all the other movies from that year, but I'd seen like Joker in 1917 and Jojo Rabbit. And I don't even think I would. Maybe it's better than Jojo Rabbit, maybe. But I don't know if I would have given it Best Picture. I probably would have given that to 1917.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying if I had to like look at the list of what I had seen and I had to pick my favorite or what I think is the best. Well, because if I had to pick my favorite, it would be Joker. If to pick the best, I would say it's 1917.
This is so stupid. He wears glasses and no one can be like, oh, it's Superman. It's so stupid.
So
Yeah, sometimes.
No. So see, that actually worked because one time I actually did that at work where I put on some glasses and I walked in, and then I walked up to my manager. We've been working together for like half a year. We know each other pretty well, and I just walk up to my manager and I'm like, hey, have you seen Felipe around? Like, I don't know where he's at. Oh, and can I have a new name tag, by the way? And I was like, oh yeah. And this guy, she's just looking at me and like, oh yeah, and completely treating me like a new person. And I'm like, it's me. I'm just wearing glasses.
So the creators were onto something.
It's true, like glasses. Like, I don't know, like if people aren't paying that much attention to you, then yeah.
The best I've ever seen is that, like, apparently in one of the comics there's a thing where it says his glasses are like a Kryptonian thing and it changes his appearance, but that still brings up problems because, like, what would happen if he dropped his glasses? Would everyone be like, oh my goodness, it's Superman?
It's Kryptonian glasses.
Or at least in the Superman movies, Christopher Reeve does a brilliant job in changing the way he acts. It's not just glasses off, glasses on, you know? He physically, his body language is completely different. So like when he's Superman, his chest is out and he walks very confidently, he speaks.
I guess I'm going to be pausing the stream for a little bit now in the middle of this discussion. To anyone who's actually stuck around to watch any of this shenanigans, I apologize vehemently for the terrible content. I'm just here to hang out, really. Just spend some time, I guess. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. To anyone who is here, goodbye.